robust democracy with regular election, full political rights, freedom of expression, less guns and bombs, less bloods and cries, less fears, more of unity, peace, and prosperity. This is how comfortable life is for the people in Denmark. Unfortunately, I was born in the Philippines, where the hottest challenge is not building new business nor owning new brands of cars, but surviving after practicing your rights on a legal basis, right to live and right of expression. Talk against a politician, you might be charged with cyber libel. Stand against a questionable government project, you might be seen as an activist. Fight for truth, you might be red tagged. Party and enjoy the night, you might get killed. In this democratic and religious country, how can really justice and peace be served when human rights are seen as violation and human violations are seen as right? When will the bloods in democracy stop? Respected classmates, honorable instructor, friends, ladies and gentlemen, a peaceful morning. I am Marina de Salmos. I am a Filipino, a Catholic. I value life. I stand for life. I stand against violence. I stand for every other people whose innocence was robbed. I am a journalist, and for the 8 long years, I am familiar with our country's killings and injustices, remembering Kian de los Santos, who was killed by a policeman in a drug operation under former President Rodrigo Duterte's administration. Kabataan Party List Representative Sara Elago, who received various remarks of red tagging from a government official, and recently, broadcaster journalist Mabasa, a government critic, shot dead in an ambush. This never-ending inhuman problem needs to stop, and this needs to start now. Since the previous administration severely violated human rights, I think it's time for the current administration, headed by President Ferdinand Marcos, to make amends. This entails directing the Philippine National Police and the Interior Department to stop abusive and illegal drug war raids, as well as red tagging, reverse the National Telecommunications Commission's decision to block the websites of several non-governmental organizations and 2 new organizations, Bulatlat and Pinoy Weekly, and firmly pledge to respect freedom of expression. The President should, above all, designate members to the Commission of Human Rights who have a track records of defending human rights and a reputation of objectivity and independence. But it does not end there. There should be an investigation on the past, including the case of Maria Ressa, Leila de Lima, and the various cases of war against drugs that was silently resolved. Aside from that, lawmakers and enforcers should strengthen laws such as Article 19 of the International Covenant on Civil Political Rights, Article 3 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution or the Bill of Rights, most importantly, the revised Penal Code. Dismiss the enforcers who have done unfavorable acts against the law and appoint someone who is transparent and inclusive, taking into account the perspective of the society and human rights group. No one should be above the law, may it be the wealthy or the impoverished. Punish the guilty, free the innocent. In addition to leader, lawmaker, and enforcers' effort, people's participation is highly needed. Citizens should use freedom of speech for the voiceless, those who are denied, those who are silently and helplessly living while embodying the core, upholding truth, nothing but the truth, not for hate nor for incitement. Thoroughly investigate the case before being submissive to the social media. Be careful on what you do and what you say, because as Miranda warning says, anything you say can be and will be used against you in the court of law. Truly, peace and justice lie in the collaboration of leaders, lawmakers, enforcers, and citizens. Only then shall the Philippines can attain the long-dreamt peace and justice if all met the halfway. But since left with a bloodstain from the past, it will definitely be a challenge for the new administration to fix human rights in this country. Will there be another drips of blood in democracy? Or will there be a light in the darkness that we all longing for? Well, I shall find out. To end this, I will say this again, that I stand for life. I crave for peace and justice because after all, we are all children, sisters, brothers, friends, and people just trying to make the best out of life. I hope for better citizens as well as better Philippines with a fully exercised rights. I hope for everything, but above all, I hope for the absence of blood and democracy.